lesson is about sequencing and scheduling. Let's start with sequencing. This refers to the order in which activities occur in the operations process. The operations manager constantly analyses the sequencing to improve the efficiency of the business. Now, let's just have a look at this little picture here. Often you'll see this sort of thing in a business. And what you can see about it, it will change constantly. The operations manager will talk to the staff and they'll work out what's the best way to make this product. What should be the order of the tasks that we complete. They'll then complete the task and then they'll get back and evaluate and say, well, actually, let's change this, and that will improve the efficiency of making this product. Now, scheduling refers to the length of time different activities take in the operations process. So what we do is we break down each task into smaller components. And for example, if we were about to establish a new online clothing business, we would say, okay, these are the different tasks that need to be completed. Now, how long does each of these tasks take? So I'm going to be establishing a new online clothing business. I need to register that business. Now, if I do my research properly, I'll actually find out to register a business takes 2 to 3 weeks. So that's quite time consuming, and I need to take into account that time in relation to this new business. Now, the Gantt charts are very, very helpful, and they're used by many modern businesses. The activities need to be completed are listed on the left-hand side there. Okay, so they've got that list of all the different things that they need to do to produce this product. They then put them in the order that they should be performed. Then they estimate how long it should take for those activities to be performed. So, for example, they need to determine a new layout. They are estimating at this stage that it's going to take 2 days for that to take place. Now, why would we use a Gantt chart? Gantt chart actually forces the operations manager to carefully plan the operations process. Each task needs to be broken down into smaller tasks. It is then easier to see where the business can be more effective. If you look at this Gantt chart here, you can see that it is a time-consuming process to actually develop that plan. But it is really useful for not only the operations manager, but also the staff, because it actually lists all the activities that we need to do and it estimates the time. If it takes longer than expected, that needs to be analysed. We need to review that data and then we need to develop a new Gantt chart to improve the product. Now, critical path analysis is another strategy used by businesses. It's similar to the Gantt chart, but it goes a step further. It's a scheduling method that shows the tasks that need to be completed, how long they take, and the sequence. The critical path is the shortest length of time to complete the task in the operations process. So, for example, here we have a product. It may seem that I'm just going to do a normal course of this task, then this task, then this task, and this task, so forth, to complete my product. However, with a critical path analysis, the operations manager can say, well, I can actually do this task and this task at the same time. So I'm actually saving time, and we can go along the same path here, and I now know I need that ready for that part of the process. So operations managers are always analysing to see how they can save time. And that's what we can see here in this diagram. Now, for every business, the critical path analysis is very different and it looks differently. So each diagram looks differently. So it's a little difficult for us to actually analyse such diagrams, but that's the general consensus. So why do we use critical path analysis? Now, here's another example, completely different business. You can see that their critical path analysis is more of a horizontal in shape, but it's the same idea. Using critical path analysis, the operations manager can see what task in the process can be completed at the same time to improve efficiency. Now, in this particular example, we can see that instead of beginning here and ending here and going in a straight line, this operations manager is saying, okay, A and B can be done at the same time. So let's save time. Why would we do A and then B if we can have them both being produced at the same time? Because that's going to mean that our lead time is reduced and our output is produced for the consumer in a shorter amount of time. So critical path analysis is a new strategy, and modern businesses are taking it on board to improve their lead time. This lesson was on sequencing and scheduling.